This time we ask you please rise and move your caps for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner being performed tonight by Garrett and Elizabeth Reeder. They are siblings but not twins. Elizabeth is older by 13 months, being entering her freshman year at Strasburg High School. She's in the select choir and plays the trombone in the marching band. Garrett will be in the 8th grade at Signal Mile Middle School, where he's also in the select choir. They recently performed their first duet with the encouragement of Colleen Robinson, the choir teacher. They're back tonight for moral support by the Strasburg Little League 50-70 All-Star team. So whenever you're ready, and make sure the mic is turned on. All right, wonderful. Big round of applause. Thank you all. Sorry about the button on the mic.
The 2023 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you, as always, from Strasburg here on the 11th of June in 2023 as we get ready for the Sunday night baseball action between the Waynesboro Generals, coming in with a mark at 4-4, and the homestanding Strasburg Express, also 4-4. Tonight's ball game is a 6 o'clock start, although we've already surpassed that. We were scheduled to start at 6. So we're starting an hour earlier tonight than usual, but we're ready for some baseball here on an overcast and hot day in the Shenandoah Valley. Getting the ball tonight for the Express is a right-handed pitcher from the University of Alabama, Birmingham, 6-foot righty, Braxton Shelton. Shelton is out of Fort Morgan, Colorado, and he will get the start tonight against the 4-4 Generals. Waynesboro's coming off of a thrilling win last night over Culpeper, 13-12. Meanwhile, Strasburg defeated the Front Royal Cardinals at Front Royal by a score of 4-3. Getting ready for some action here as Shelton gets on the rubber, and he's about to deal to Jason Brown. The first pitch of the game is a swing and a miss at 6:07, and the count is 0-1. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're watching the live stream on Facebook or YouTube or listening on Stretch Internet, 0-1. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. Shelton on the summer, 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, and a 4.50 ERA. The batter, Jason Brown, hitting .260 on the summer with a home run and 3 RBIs. Brown out of the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore from Denton, Maryland, 0-2. Inside, 1-2. Waynesboro, a very solid hitting team. They come into the league, I believe, second in average. So they're a team that's going to put up some runs. We'll see how their pitching holds up. 1-2. And pitch from Shelton just misses, 2-2. Rest of the lineup here for the Waynesboro Generals. Batting second is the first baseman Alexander McCoy. Batting third is Julian Ujima, the shortstop. Pitch is hit down the line but foul, and it remains 2-2. Batting fourth is Parker Stroh, the DH. Batting fifth, Sean Shelley, the right fielder. Batting sixth, a member of the 2022 Express, the left fielder Brandon Parks. Vince Sabatino, the third baseman, will bat seventh. 2-2. Breaking ball to the backstop, counts full. Batting eighth for Waynesboro is the catcher Chaz Harvey, and batting ninth and playing second is Angel Murray. That's the starting nine for the 4-4 Waynesboro Generals. This is a rematch of the 2021 Valley Baseball League Championship Series, in a series where Strasburg won the title 2-0. That pitch was fouled away. Still 3-2. Again, if you want to watch this game on your TV, you can download the YouTube app as long as you have a smart TV. 3-2. Swing and a pop-up in the infield. Backing up's the first baseman, Smith, and he is called off by the second baseman, Carter Newman, making the catch for the first out here in the top of the first. One up, one down, and here's Alexander McCoy, the first baseman.
Maryland Eastern Shore, number 34, Alexander McCoy.
McCoy, the batter, 6'6" righty out of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore from Salisbury, Maryland. This guy is Randy Johnson was considered the big unit, but this guy's a big unit. First pitch, swing and a foul back. Count is 0-1. McCoy is built. McCoy has some numbers too. He's batting .424, 14 for 33. Still looking for his first home run, but he does have 7 RBIs. 0-1 is a bender in there for a called strike. 0-2. Alexander McCoy batting second tonight. Waynesboro in their traveling navy blue unis with some red and white numbering and lettering. Swing and a miss. Went away with the breaking ball and got him way out in front for the strikeout. 2 outs here in the first.
Number 24, Julian Ujima.
It'll be Julian Ujima, the shortstop. Ujima out of Felician College from River Edge, New Jersey. 5'10", righty, 185. Shelton, 11 pitches in, 2 outs and a strikeout. The pitch is at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Ujima, 9 for 22, batting .409 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Pitches outside. Defense tonight behind starting pitcher Braxton Shelton. Jenkins is in left. De Los Santos is back. He's in center. Friend is in right. O'Shaughnessy's at third, as that one is down low, 2-1. LaSalle is at short. Newman's at second. Smith is at first. Vaughn doing the catching tonight with Shelton on the mound. 2 balls and a strike to Ujima. Swing and a liner into right. That's going to drop for a base hit. And it takes a weird hop, and it's going to get past the right fielder and go all the way to the wall. Into second base is Ujima. It'll be a double. So a 2-out double for Julian Ujima here in the top of the first.
Now batting the DH from Southern Indiana, number 37, Parker Stroh.
Here's Parker Stroh, the DH. Just hit a hard liner into right. Like it hit a pebble or hit a hole or hit something and took a ride. Stroh out of the University of Southern Indiana from Grand Forks, North Dakota. 6'1" lefty. And he swings and foul tips one into the glove, 0-1. One thing that's been haunting Strasburg this year at home is giving runs in the first inning. They've allowed a lot of first inning runs this year from Strasburg in our home games. I think probably every one of our games here, they've allowed a first inning run. 0-1, and that is in there, 0-2. They gave up 1 to Culpeper the other night, gave up 3 to Woodstock in the first, back on the 6th. And the other games are in my other scorebook. So 2 out of the last 2. Quickly 0-2 to Stroh. The pitch, and that's fouled back into the netting, still 0-2. Parker Stroh, the batter, would you believe it, another .400 average, .421, 8 for 19 with a home run and 3 RBIs. So you can see why the Generals are towards the top of the league in batting average. Ujima at second after the 2-out double, 0-2 count to the lefty Stroh. Shelton set and deals, fastball up high, 1-2. Other games around the league tonight, these are all 7 o'clock besides the last 2 that I will note. Covington's at Purcellville, Charlottesville's at Front Royal, Woodstock's at Winchester, Harrisonburg's at Stanton at 7:30, Culpeper is at Newmarket at 7:30. Very long drive from Covington to Purcellville. 1-2. And that's off the hands into the Express dugout. It is still 1-2. So the Generals fighting here, making Shelton throw some pitches. He's up to 20, so pitch number 21 will be coming up here. Meanwhile, Nate Scott is on the mound for the Generals. We'll see him in the bottom of the first. Again, the 1-2 pitch. And another foul back. He just can't put him away.
PT in the concession stand, favored by Southern Dennis, 10-1.
Good battle here between Stroh and Shelton. Again, both of these teams coming in at 500, 4-4, mid-pack in the Valley League division. 1-2, breaking ball, and another foul ball. Got him in the box. We'll have to do it again. Talked about Strasburg's win last night. They led that game 4-0 going into the 8th. They allowed 2 in the bottom of the 8th. They allowed 1 in the bottom of the 9th. The Cardinals left the bases loaded with 2 outs as they lined out to right field to end the game. Strasburg nearly having to come home after a gut-wrenching loss, but a good job finishing it off as McMahon came in and got the out. 1-2 again to Stroh, and he fouls it off. Well, tomorrow's an off day for the Valley League, but you hate to burn up too many arms, especially early if you're Strasburg, but Waynesboro's doing a good job of making Shelton continue to throw pitches. 6 foul balls in this at-bat. 1-2 coming once again. That's up high, 2-2. Strasburg with their home white pants and their purple, gray, and white camo jerseys. American flag on the sleeve. Strasburg broke a big rule last night. They wore white pants on the road. That's true. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out. Parker Stroh wins the battle. Picks up the strikeout. And Waynesboro strands 1. And we go to the bottom of the first. Nate Scott's on the mound for the Generals when we get back. Welcome back to Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the first. Nate Scott is on the mound for the Generals. 6'5" righty out of Galveston College from League City, Texas. He will face this Strasburg starting lineup. Leading off and playing center, it's Joe De Los Santos. Batting second and playing left field is Luke Jenkins.
Joe De Los Santos.
Batting third tonight for Strasburg, the first baseman, Mitchell Smith. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Victor Castillo. Batting fifth and playing right field, it's Jacob Friend. Batting sixth is Michael O'Shaughnessy, the third baseman. Batting seventh and doing the catching, it's Logan Vaughn. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Anthony LaSala. And batting ninth and playing second base, it's Carter Newman. First pitch to Joe De Los Santos. Misses up and in, ball one. De Los Santos batting .300, 6 for 20 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. Joe is out of the College of William and Mary from Richmond, Virginia. 1-0. Pitch. Breaking ball up high, 2-0. Scott on the summer has been very good in his one outing. 5 innings, 7 strikeouts, and a 1.80 ERA. 2-0 to De Los Santos. Swing and a miss. Wave through a breaking ball, 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Joe De Los Santos. Batting from the right side, hands held high, little wiggle. Scott looks in for his sign, and he deals. Breaking ball in there, 2-2. Defense tonight behind Nate Scott. Parks is in left, Brown's in center, and Shelley's in right. Sabatino's at third, Yajima at short, Murray's at second, McCoy's at first, and Harvey's behind the plate. 2-2 to Joe De Los Santos. Bends out of the zone, and it's 3-2. So Scott, with 7 strikeouts through 5 innings in his first outing, he must have had very good stuff. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 1 as he gets De Los Santos to go down on strikes. First out here in the first.
Jenkins.
Luke Jenkins will bat. He's the left fielder. Jenkins .312 average with an RBI. He's 5 for 16. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And a ground ball foul. Got a piece of him in the box. 1-1. And that one from Waynesboro starter Nate Scott misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just underway from Strasburg here on the 11th of June in 2023. That one misses outside, and it's 3-1 to Luke Jenkins. Mitchell Smith, the first baseman, on deck. Jenkins out of the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, from Greensboro, North Carolina. 3-1. And inside, ball 4. Not a bad pitch, but just inside. And 1-out walk here in the bottom of the first inning.
First baseman from UNC Greensboro, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
Here's Mitchell Smith, the first baseman. Smith also from the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, from swing and a miss, 0-1. Paul righty sets and deals, and that hits him right in the back. Breaking ball didn't break. And the Express with 2 on and 1 out.
Liberty University, number 1, Victor Castillo.
Brings up Victor Castillo, the DH. Castillo, left-handed hitter. And he is from Liberty, 5'11", out of Tallahassee, Florida. 2 on, 1 out. Good time to send an early statement here if you're Strasburg. Time called, and Harvey's going to have to go out and talk to the pitcher, Scott. Castillo batting .320 on the summer with a home run and 7 RBIs. He's 8 for 25. Strasburg still expecting some more players to come in. Got to have a player coming in tomorrow, be ready for Tuesday, and another one coming in, position player coming in sometime next week. So still some bodies coming in for the Express as they try to get some consistency in their offense. Scott sets and the pitch. That almost hits him. Castillo has to dodge out of the way, 1-0. Pretty overcast and still some smoke in the area from the Canadian wildfires. A little bit of flag movement out there in right center. Pretty still though. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball to first. It's going to be a tough play. Going to second for 1, back to first. They're not going to have a play there. So they do get the out at second. Fielder's choice. Reaching on the fielder's choice is Castillo. Moving up to third base is Jenkins. It'll be first and third and 2 outs for O'Shaughnessy.
Jacob Friend.
Correction, Jacob Friend. So a fielder's choice, 3-6. Jacob Friend, the right fielder, takes outside 1-0. Friend with a big pinch hit last night in Front Royal, a couple of RBIs. He comes in batting .250 with those 2 RBIs. 1-0. Inside corner, strike 1, 1-1. And the runner is coming home. And he is in a rundown. I don't know what happened. Somebody missed a sign. We've got to run down the third base line here. Back to second base, and he is out. I have absolutely no idea what Strasburg is doing right there. Luke Jenkins runs into an out as the catcher had the baseball. That's one of the most puzzling things. I've seen a lot of baseball. That's one of the most puzzling things I've ever seen on a baseball diamond. We go to the second. Scoreless. Well, we go to the second inning after Strasburg runs into a 5-2, 5-2, 5 out at third base. Kind of mind-boggling, at least for us up here in the press box. We go to the second. First pitch to Sean Shelley is up high, 1-0. 1-0 from Shelton, swing and a miss, blew the fastball right by him. Shelley's batting .363 with a couple of RBIs. One, swing and a foul tip. It's 1-2. Shelley is out of Barry University from the home of the spring training Phillies, Clearwater, Florida. 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Had him fooled. Way out in front on a breaking ball out of the zone. 1 out here in the second.
Brings up the left fielder from George Mason University. Welcoming back number 12, Brandon Parks.
And here's a former member of the Express, Brandon Parks, the left fielder. And he takes a strike, 0-1. 0-1. Shelton deals. That's way outside. And that misses outside as well. I don't even see Parks on our printout roster, but he's in the computer, so that's the main thing. A called strike, 2-2. Two-two to Brandon Parks, and he fouls one back. This is Parks' first AB of the summer. So he makes his season debut in his 2022 summer home. 35th pitch of the evening coming up for Shelton through an inning and a third, and it's a fastball up high, 3-2. No score here in the top of the second. Brandon Parks at the plate against Braxton Shelton for Strasburg. 3-2, he deals. Swing and a liner over the shortstop's head. And a single for Brandon Parks to lead off the second.
Now batting third baseman from Fairmont State University, number 9, Vince Sabatino.
Here's Vince Sabatino, the third baseman. So Parks now hitting 1,000 on the summer. Sabatino takes a strike. Vince is out of Fairmont State from Fairmont, West Virginia. Throw over to first, and back in safely is Parks. Oh, 1. Swinging a hard liner to short. This should be 2. To second for 1. Back to first. It's a double play. Hard hit liner right at shortstop. LaSala tossed it to Newman, and Newman threw it over to Smith for a 6-4-3 double play. As we go to the bottom of the second, Strasburg coming up in a scoreless game. We go to the bottom of the second inning, scoreless game. First pitch swinging is Jacob Friend, hitting it into the parking lot, taking a big bounce foul. It is 0-1. Jacob Friend stepping up for the second time tonight after he was batting when the base running blunder occurred for Luke Jenkins. 1-1. Friend, O'Shaughnessy, and Vaughn due up here for Strasburg. 1-1. And that's fouled back into the netting. 1-2. Well, the starter, Scott, to this point, 9 strikes to 11 balls. So he's been out of the zone more than he's been in the strike zone to this point. Long look in from the windup. Scott deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on an elevated fastball. Out of the zone. Out number 1 in the second.
Michael O'Shaughnessy.
Comes Michael O'Shaughnessy, the third baseman. Friend from Davidson. And now O'Shaughnessy from Davidson. Batting from the left side. Batting a $166 on the summer. That is in the zone for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 is a hard hit grounder to second, fielded by the second baseman Murray. Throw to first is in time, and there are 2 outs in the second. Brings up the catcher Logan Vaughn.
Now batting in Texas, the catcher from Texas, AU Corpus Christi, number 20, Logan Vaughn.
Vaughn out of Texas, AU Corpus Christi from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. The pitch, outside, 1-0. Want to know the count, 2 outs in the second. And in there for a called strike. 1-1. One pitch is down and out, 2-1 now. One is grounded foul into the Generals dugout, and Scott is a strike away or a pitch away from sending this thing to the third. Two to Vaughn. Outside, and the count is full at 3-2. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss. Swung at ball 4, and the half inning comes to a close. Strasburg strikes out twice in the second, and we remain tied going to the third. Waynesboro coming up to bat.
From Randolph-Macon College, the catcher number 39, Chaz Harvey.
So we go to the Chaz Harvey, the catcher, leads off here in the top of the third, and he is now ahead in the count 2-0. Harvey out of Randolph-Macon College, 6'1" righty, 210. He's 0 for 3 on the summer. The pitch, swing and a sky-high pop-up. Right side of the infield, now into the outfield. Making the catch is the second baseman, Newman. And there's one out here in the third. Here's Angel Murray, the second baseman.
Second baseman from Bloomsville College, number 21, Angel Murray.
Murray out of Bloomfield College. And he hits it right up the middle past the pitcher. As Shelton couldn't get the glove out in time. It's a one-out single for the 9-hitter for the Generals.
Center fielder number 6, Jason Brown.
Hit it hard and right back up the middle. Back to the top of the lineup. This is where the Generals are very dangerous. Top guys have some big averages. Brown popped out to second his first time up. The pitch. Breaking ball in there, 0-1. And just missing. One ball, one strike, one out, top of the third. Shelton deals. Swinging a ground ball to short. Going to second for one, back to first, and it is another double play. Second consecutive inning that the Generals grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the third. Strasburg coming up. It'll be La Sala, Newman, and De Los Santos when we get back. We go to the bottom of the third inning. First pitch bunting is La Sala, but he missed it, 0-1. La Sala out of the University of Pittsburgh. 5'10" righty, 165. He takes outside, 1-1. That misses up high, 2-1. 2-1. The pitch. That is up high, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Swinging a slow chopper. It's going to be a heck of a tough play. Barehanded effort, not in time. Couldn't come up with it. It's an infield single for La Sala. Just got a piece of it, and great effort by Sabatino at third, but he couldn't come up with it.
Attack number 2, Carter Newman.
And there goes the no-hitter. First hit of the night.
I just found out they actually have the cinnamon rolls down there, so when you win these things, you really win these things.
So hit number 1 of the night for the Express. And here's Carter Newman. I'd like to see a fake bunt and a steal first pitch here. Get him in the scoring position. The pitch. He does not go, and it's a called strike. But the catcher came up throwing like he heard me say that, so might have to quiet down a little bit. 0-1 to Carter Newman out of Virginia Tech. That's up high, 1-1. Newman batting a $111, 1 for 9 on the summer. La Sala at first, decent lead. The pitch, swing and a miss, nasty slider. Darting off the plate, 1-2. No score here from Strasburg, bottom of the third inning, Sunday Night Baseball. And that's up high. Newman able to lay off a pitch that many members of the Express have not been able to lay off of, and that's the elevated fastball. 2-2 to Newman. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw to second is high, and into second base safely with the stolen base is Anthony La Sala. So Newman is the strikeout victim.
Joe De Los Santos.
Fourth strikeout of the night for Nate Scott. Back to the top of the lineup. It's Joe De Los Santos who struck out swinging back in the first. De Los Santos was away from the team for a few days as he was doing some workouts up in Pittsburgh. He swung a hot bat early. The first game, he hit 2 home runs on opening night. That's a called strike, 0-1. Scott is at 21 strikes to 19 balls, so 2 1/3. Go ahead, run at second, 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow center, going out to second baseman and making the catch. Murray able to get the glove up in time to hold on to it. And that is out number 2 here in the third.
Left fielder, number 18, Luke Jenkins.
Brings up Luke Jenkins, the left fielder. Walked his first time up and was thrown out between third and home on a 5-2, 5-2-5 rundown.
We have it here, so you can see. Okay.
Jenkins from the left side. La Sala at second. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. Strasburg trying to get an early lead here. Long hold. Finally comes set, and the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul, left and out of play. And it's 1-1. Base hit should give Strasburg the lead here if they can get it. Line drive right to second base. Murray lined up in the perfect position as he's there to catch it. And the half inning is over. Strasburg strands him in at second base. We're through 3 off to the 4th. All tied up at 0 here from Strasburg. Back to Strasburg, we go to the top of the 4th. First pitch to the leadoff man, Alexander McCoy misses. And fouled away quickly. 1-1. Waynesboro has hit into 2 6-4-3 double plays to end their second and third innings. McCoy struck out swinging his first time up. 1-1 from Shelton, breaking ball outside, 2-1. Games around the MLB today. Philadelphia defeated the Dodgers 7-3. D-backs beat the Tigers 7-5. 2-1. Swing and a liner to third, picked up on a hop by O'Shaughnessy. Throw to first is in time. Kept his foot on the bag. 5-3 on the putout with
Shortstop, number 24.
a strong throw there from O'Shaughnessy. Here's Julian Yajima, the shortstop. Hit a double his first time up after it hit a skunk hole out there. The pitch. Fastball in there. The former Cleveland Indians beat the Astros today 5-0. Orioles beat the Royals 11-3. Gunnar Henderson hit a long home run today. Swing and a grounder to second, moving to his left, throwing to first in time. And Carter Newman makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Parker Stroh, the DH. Stroh struck out his first time up. Pirates beat the Mets 2-1. Nationals beat the Braves 6-2. Blue Jays beat the Twins 7-6. Rays beat the Rangers 7-3. Marlins stay hot. They beat the White Sox 6-5. The Oakland A's haven't lost since like June 5th. They won today 8-6. And the Reds beat the Cardinals 4-3. That is line foul 0-2. And yes, I get it. Today is only June 11th, but that was win number 17 for the Oakland A's. They're 17-50. Quickly 0-2 to Stroh. Swing and a miss. Quick inning there for Strasburg's starting pitcher, Braxton Shelton. 1-2-3 go the Generals. We go to the home half of the 4th. Strasburg and Waynesboro still tied at 0.
25, Mitchell Smith.
Mitchell Smith leads it off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the fourth. 3, 4, 5, Smith, Castillo, and Friend. Mitchell was hit on a breaking ball his first time up in the back area. The pitch from Scott is outside, 1-0. Looking at the line score to this point for our ball game, Waynesboro no runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Strasburg no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. One from the righty Scott. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat. That's going to stay fair. First baseman tosses it to first, and it's dropped. It's going to be an infield single. Now, are they going to it didn't run out of the baseline, I don't reckon. Okay, so it's going to be an infield single for Smith.
Victor Castillo.
Looked like it was going to be a relatively easy play, but Smith ran around the first baseman instead of running through him. And, well, he wasn't going to run through that guy, but McCoy is built. He would have – McCoy's not a small guy either, but – so an infield single for Smith, hit number 2. The Express hits have not traveled far tonight, as the pitch to Castillo is a called strike. Victor reached on a chopper to first his first time up, reached on a fielder's choice. Batting from the left side. 0-1 the count. Up high. Standings around the Valley League after 8 games. Purcellville all alone at the top at 7-1. Behind them, tied for second, Harrisonburg, Charlottesville, and Woodstock are all 5-3. 1-1. And that's in there, 1-2. Behind them, Covington, Strasburg, Newmarket, Waynesboro, all 4-4. Behind them, Front Royal and Winchester at 3-5. And then at the bottom, Culpeper and Stanton, they're both 2-6. 1-2. Castillo hits one high into the air, left field, pretty well tagged, going back towards the wall. It's off the wall. Rounding second on his way to third is Smith. Castillo gets into second easily as the ball is kind of thrown into the middle of the infield. And the Express with back-to-back singles, or back-to-back hits, I should say. That's a double. And they have second and third and nobody out here in the fourth. Nice piece of hitting from Victor Castillo.
Now batting the right fielder, number 13, Jacob Friend.
First hit of the night for Castillo. Good effort out there in left. Parks is playing pretty shallow. I mean, the center fielder, Brown, he's pretty deep considering what guys usually play, but Parks pretty shallow in left. Here's Jacob Friend. He hammers one, but foul into the Generals bullpen.
Please return all foul balls to the train station. In exchange, you'll get a free spot and our eternal gratitude.
0-1 the count. Jacob Friend struck out swinging his first time up. He went after a fastball up and out of the zone and couldn't connect. First baseman McCoy playing in front of the bag. Well, Sabatino, the third baseman's playing in as well. A little bit of wind comes through. Good time to hit it. 0-1. That is hit down the first base line. It's a fair ball right over the bag. One will score. Castillo coming in to score as well. It's back-to-back doubles for the Express, and it's 2-0 here in the fourth. Back-to-back-to-back hits here in the inning for Strasburg. That was well located. Wasn't hit awfully hard, but just stayed fair over the first base bag.
The right fielder, third baseman, number 17, Michael O'Shaughnessy.
So back-to-back doubles, 3 hits in the inning, 2 RBIs on 1 swing for Friend, back-to-back 2 RBI performances, and back-to-back days for Jacob. Here's Michael O'Shaughnessy, the third baseman, grounded out to second his first time up. So 2-0 Strasburg. We still haven't seen O'Shaughnessy really get a hold of one like I'm sure he can. And he takes a strike. He looks like he's got power. I didn't really look at his college numbers out of Davidson, but it looks like if he can get a hold of one, it probably wouldn't be a wall scraper. 0-1 the count. Lefty O'Shaughnessy against the righty Scott. The pitch. Inside, down and in. 1-1. Friend at second base after the double down the line. breeze continuing to pick up here in the press box. Not much out on the field, though. Flag is pretty still at the scoreboard in right center. 1-1. Swing and a high fly into right. That is going to be caught on an unbelievable diving catch in right by Shelley. What a play. Tip your cap and hang a star on that one. Shelley laying out and making a spectacular diving play, saving one run from scoring. O'Shaughnessy robbed.
And the catcher, number 20, Logan Vaughn.
Well hit baseball, but an even better play out there in right. So that keeps it at 2-0. Here's Logan Vaughn, the catcher. I want to get this correct. Vaughn is out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Struck out swinging his first time up. Vaughn staring at the pitcher, lifting his bat up, still holding. Runner taking off, and we've got a pitch clock violation called. Pitcher was ready, and he waited way too long, and then time ran out. So we've got a discussion here. Head coach for the Generals, Matty Holum, talking things over here with the umpires. We're going to step away real briefly. So after that discussion, the count is 1-0 after the pitch clock violation charged to Nate Scott. What would Hank Aaron think if you said something about a pitch clock violation to him? Guys like that, back in the day, they would say, what in the heck is a pitch clock violation? Don't ever say that again. A clock in baseball? This isn't football. This isn't basketball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Logan Vaughn. The pitch. Breaking ball in there, 1-2. Was someone going to walk up to Randy Johnson and tell him, you just got charged a pitch clock violation? I don't think someone's going to tell the big unit that to his face. What about Lee Smith? 1-2. Swing and a broken bat, blooper into center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Vaughn with the single, holding the runner at third. The throw is high, but holding up. It'll be first and third. 1 out on the broken bat single by the catcher, Logan Vaughn. And for Vaughn, that is hit number 1 of the summer. Blooped it in front of Brown in center. Brown made a strong throw, a little bit too strong. But Strasburg, they learned their lesson the other night of sending guys home, and then the next night in Winchester they were gun shy, didn't want to send anybody, and right there, it's only 1 out. It's the right thing. You don't send them. Here's La Sala. Runner goes, and taking second easily is the catcher Vaughn on the stolen base. Count is 0-1. So that takes the double play away. Corners are going to play up against La Sala. The pitch. A liner into the Generals netting, first base side. A player fell backwards right on the rear end. And the count is 0-2. Well, if you're Strasburg here, the common themes this year have been giving up runs early, which they haven't done yet, and leaving guys on base and then looking back to that moment. The 0-2. Swing and a pop-up, center field. This is trouble. And dropping. Throw to the plate is not in time, and it'll be a single or a double. It'll be a single charged, or it'll be a single for LaSala. A run comes in to score, and then LaSala got the third on the throw. So this has just been an inning of dinks and donks for the Express. So Vaughn is at third. LaSala's at second. His second hit of the night, picks up an RBI. And Friend scored on the play. Here's Carter Newman. Corner still playing in. He struck out his first time up. And he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. So 3-0 the score here in Strasburg, bottom of the fourth. We've had 3 singles and 2 doubles in the inning. Also a hard hit liner that could have easily been a double, 0-1. Inside ball, 1-1. Pitch count starting to inch up for Scott. He's at 65 pitches through 3 1/3. You'd like to score at least one more here. Newman out of Virginia Tech. The pitch. That's in there, and it's 1-2.
Go 2.
Strasburg came into this inning with 1 hit. They have 5 just this inning. 1-2. Swing and a blooper again down the right field line. That's gonna drop, but foul. Strasburg couldn't have been that fortunate again, could they have been? It looked good, but would not stay fair. Now this feels like what Woodstock did to Strasburg about a week ago here. Every single time they were able to bloop it. And Newman almost did that. If you're Newman here, I think you've got to expect an elevated fastball. You know Scott wants to try to punch him out. We've already seen him strike him out on that pitch. Watch the high fastball here. He also has a good breaking ball. 1-2 the count. The pitch. And he gets him on the breaking ball. Swing and a miss.
Center fielder number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
Newman down on strikes for the second time tonight. And Scott with a chance to possibly get out of this with just allowing 3, which tonight 3 runs is a lot, but you never know what can happen. Joe De Los Santos will bat, and I don't know how aggressive they're going to be here with him. He is 0 for 2, but he can hit one as he lines it to third, picked up, thrown to first in time, and the Express score 3, but will they look back on this later in the game and wonder, well, we probably should have had more. Nevertheless, Strasburg scores 3 runs on 5 hits. They leave 2. We're through 4. We go to the 5th. Express lead it 3-0.
These are Olympic.
We go to the top of the 5th. Sean Shelley, Brandon Parks, and Vince Sabatino due up for the Generals as they now trail 3-0. First pitch swinging and right up the middle. It's a leadoff single for Sean Shelley after he struck out swinging his first time up. So there's a quick hit from the Generals. Their fourth of the night. Here comes Brandon Parks, the left fielder.
Left fielder number 12, Brandon Parks.
About 94 miles an hour on that.
Big exit velocity on that one. The pitch. And that one misses, 1-0. Well, Strasburg did score 3, but they left a couple out there. I hate to dwell on that, but we've seen it many times this year where they have left guys on and it's cost them late. Throw over to first, back in safely. Waynesboro has hit into 2 double plays tonight. Could we see a third here with the lefty up? Maybe a ground ball to second instead of short? 1-0. Fastball in there, 1-1. Braxton Shelton comes set at the belt. And he deals. Swing and a ground ball. There it is. Second base going to second for 1. Backed up first, and they do it. It is indeed a 4-6-3 double play. Right on cue. Newman to La Sala to Smith. Third double play of the night for the Generals. And there are 2 outs in the 5th. How about that? I guess we can now consider Shelton a ground ball pitcher. Swing and a miss to Vince Sabatino, who hit into a 6-4-3 double play his only time up. Shelton has looked good. 41 strikes to 17 balls. His pitch count is now up to 60, so number 61 will be right here. With 2 outs in the 4th. That is a strike, and Shelton is a strike away. He is looking like a man on a mission. Getting the ball, he's dealing it and getting back on the rubber and ready to go again. Here's a good time to throw a slider away. He does. It's in the dirt, 2-2. We got started tonight earlier than usual, but later than 6 o'clock, 6:07. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. O'Shaughnessy picks it up. He will whip it to first in time. And another quick inning for Braxton Shelton. He's through 5 scoreless innings. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Express 3, Generals nothing. We'll be back from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. We go to the home half of the 5th inning. 2, 3, 4, Jenkins, Smith, and Castillo for the Express. First pitch is down and out to Luke Jenkins. It is 1-0. Luke lined out to second his last time up. He's 0 for 1, walked in the first. 1-0 from Scott is in there, 1-1. Nate Scott starting his 5th inning of work. To this point, 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. This is his 20th batter he has faced tonight. And it is a swing and a miss, 1-2. Waynesboro, to this point, they have 4 hits. They've only left 1 man on base. That was in the 1st inning. The double plays have killed them. 3 of them. 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Had Jenkins way out in front, going after a pitch in the ground. There's 1 out here in the 5th.
Mitchell Smith.
Comes Mitchell Smith, the first baseman. He started the rally last inning with a single. Ended up scoring one of the 3 runs for the Express. And that hits him. Mitchell Smith hit for the 2nd time tonight. 2 hit by pitches and a single. Good night for the on-base percentage.
Now batting the DH number 1, Victor Castillo.
Well, let's see if Strasburg can pull off some deja vu here. Castillo with a hard hit line drive double his last time up. Later scored last inning. And he fouls one back just late. He was on it, 0-1. Strasburg, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They've left 4 on base. 0-1 from Scott, up high, 1-1. Waynesboro has some bullpen action going. Looks like a right-hander down in the bullpen. Looks like Edwin Melendez is getting hot for Waynesboro. 1-1 is a breaker in there for a called strike, 1-2. And tomorrow's an off day for all the teams in the Valley League. Both of these 4-4 teams trying to head into that above 500. 1-2, he gassed him up with a fastball, but Castillo able to foul it away. One, 2. Castillo takes up high, 2-2. 2-2. Swing and a line drive in the right center. Castillo is going to find the gap again. It hits the StrasburgExpress.com sign. Rounding first into second, and Victor Castillo with his 2nd double of the night. Mitchell Smith holds at 3rd. And here we go again, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out for Strasburg. And you got to think this is going to be near the end of the line for Nate Scott. Did he make the signal? That's the head coach. And we are going to the bullpen. Nate Scott done after 4 1/3. Those runners on base are his responsibility. We go to the pitching change. We'll be back.
The batter, number 13, Jacob Friend.
Second and third, one out for the Express. Jacob Friend stepping up. He is 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI double and a run scored last inning in the fourth, and he will face a new pitcher, Edwin Melendez. He will take over for Nate Scott. Melendez out of Bloomfield College. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Melendez, an inning and 2/3, 2 strikeouts, and a 5.39 ERA. 0-1 to Jacob Friend. That is in the dirt. Nice block by Harvey. 1-1. Strasburg 3, Waynesboro nothing here in the bottom of the fifth. Express still threatening. Smith at third, Castillo at second. Both runners are the starter's responsibility. Looking for a pop-up or a strikeout. 1-1 is down and in, 2-1. Friend with 4 RBIs on the season after that hit last at-bat. Strasburg hit him where they weren't last inning. 2-1 is a breaking ball in there, and it's 2-2. Well, Strasburg left second and third and 1 out last half inning. Left 2 guys out there. They have second and third, 1 out here this inning. Let's see if they can take advantage. Got to get runs. 2-2. Breaking ball just got a piece of it. 2-2. And that got a piece of a Nissan, white Nissan.
You got a white Nissan, we hope you have insurance.
Two again coming up to Friend. Inside, that hit him in the knee, it looked like. Jacob Friend gets nailed in the knee. That's the 3rd or 4th time a member of the Express have been hit tonight.
Third baseman, number 17, Michael O'Shaughnessy.
And here's Michael O'Shaughnessy. Bases loaded, 1 out. Mitchell Smith hit twice tonight. Jacob Friend hit once. So that's 3 hit by pitches. Looks like Friend is okay. Bases are loaded for the Express. O'Shaughnessy hit a hard liner to right his last time up. Shelley made a diving catch to rob him of extra bases. First baseman, corners are playing up here. I wouldn't want to be standing too far up with as hard as O'Shaughnessy can hit the ball when he's on it, when he barrels it up. Count is 1-0. 1-0. Melendez deals. That is down and in, 2-0. This is dangerous territory for Melendez. The one thing you don't want to do if you're O'Shaughnessy is pop it straight up in the infield. 2-0. Down and in, and it is 3-0. Three and 0 the count to O'Shaughnessy. Bases full. 1 out the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. 3-1. Big pitch in this game coming up right here. Friend at first. Castillo at second. Smith at third. The 3-1 is a ground ball to first, off the first baseman's glove, picked up by the second baseman. Throw to first is in time. A run does come home to score on the RBI ground out, and it's 4-0 Strasburg. So O'Shaughnessy hits a hard grounder to first. Got past the first baseman McCoy. Thankfully for the Generals, Murray was there to pick it up. So Smith scores from third. Everybody moves up at second and third. So score at 3-4-1. for the second out in the RBI. Here's Logan Vaughn, strikeout and a single his last time up. And a hard ground ball off the first baseman's glove into right field. One will score and two will score. Logan Vaughn with a 2 RBI single. And it is 6-0 Strasburg. Logan Vaughn with a hard hit single. Strasburg doing a great job of getting guys in when they have an opportunity.
12, Anthony Lasala.
So Castillo and Friend both score. Ball went right off the first baseman's glove. 2 RBI single for Vaughn. Strasburg up 6-0. And here's Anthony Lasala. Pitch misses 1-0. Lasala 2 for 2, 2 singles and an RBI, batting for the 3rd time out of the 8th spot and really in the 5th inning. Vaughn at first, 1-0 from Melendez. Breaking ball down and out, 2-0. Some scores around the league. Woodstock leading, no, Winchester now leading Woodstock 2-1 top of the 2nd. Charlottesville leading Front Royal 1-0 bottom 2. Percival, as that pitch is popped up in the infield. Sabatino coming in, he drops it. Nobody's covering third. And reaching at second is Lasala on the pop-up. It's a base hit. So it'll be scored an infield double for Lasala. Vaughn's up to third.
Now batting from James Madison University, number 10, Wyatt Pfeiffer.
Lasala 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles. And a pinch hitter for Carter Newman. It is Wyatt Pfeiffer out of JMU. Second and third, 2 outs. This has been a disastrous inning for Waynesboro. That one misses 1-0. As I was mentioning just a minute ago, Percyville is already leading Covington 6-0 in the bottom of the 1st inning. One and 0 to Pfeiffer. And he hits one into the air. Coming in the right fielder, making the catch. The wind can't play with that one. And the half inning is over. 3 runs tacked on for the Express as they now lead it 6-0. We go to the 6th. Strasburg up. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Braxton Shelton still on the mound as the wind continues to pick up from Strasburg. And the third ground ball up the middle past the pitcher tonight for the Generals. Chaz Harvey this time leading off for the Generals here in the 6th inning with a single.
Second baseman, number 21, Angel Murray.
The leadoff hit for the Generals. That was the 6th hit of the night, as that one misses outside to Angel Murray. Excuse me, the 5th hit of the night for the Generals. That one misses 2-0. 2-0 the count. Murray a single back in the 3rd inning. And a line drive into right. That's going to drop for a hit. And Waynesboro with back-to-back singles. That is now hit number 6. First and second, nobody out as we go back to the top of the lineup. Don't want to let this offense get hot here in the 6th.
Center fielder, number 6, Jason Brown.
Strasburg trying to get everything they can out of Shelton here. Could we get maybe a triple play? We've had 3 double plays. That one's in there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 the count. Shelton comes set at the belt. And he deals. Breaking ball misses. Through 5+ innings, Shelton is at 71 pitches. 1-1. Swing and a high pop-up. Infield fly rule will be called as the second baseman makes the catch. That is Pfeiffer. And there is one out here in the 6th.
Alexander McCoy.
It's a big out, number 1. Especially with the wind tonight, it helps to get that automatic out on the infield fly roll. Here is Alexander McCoy. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging and a ground out. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses, 1-0. Swing and a ground ball. That is going to be through for a base hit. Runner's being held up at third. The bases are going to be loaded. And now the runner faking that he's coming home, but he's going to hold up. Bases loaded, 1 out for Waynesboro here in the 6th inning. Another hard hit ball.
Shortstop, number 24, Julian Eugenia.
And we've got a meeting at the mound. This is not going to be a change, so Julian Eugenia will face Braxton Shelton. We'll step away briefly. Back to baseball after the meeting at the mound. Braxton Shelton in some trouble here with his team up 6-0 here in the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out for Waynesboro. Here's Eugenia, and he takes a strike, 0-1. So 2 singles to lead off the inning, then a pop out to second. and another single by McCoy. Waynesboro with 7 hits on the night. 0-1 from Shelton. Breaking ball. It's a dandy in there. 0-2. Quickly 0-2 to Julian Ujima. Doubled into a gap in the first inning. You don't want to give too good of a pitch here. The 0-2. That's a good pitch darting out of the zone. Could have been a little bit closer, but it's 1-2. Last thing you want to do is get ahead 0-2 and then groove one, let them crush one into the gap. I think you try to bury one, try to get him to go after something in the dirt. 1-2. He grounds it up the middle. Could it be another double play? Tagging the bag for one and off to first. It's a double play. The 4th double play of the night for the Generals. 4-3 double play, the 4th of the night. And the Express somehow get out of it again. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Strasburg still up 6-0.
Dose.
4 double plays turned tonight by Strasburg. I think that's got to be getting close to record territory, but we'll find out at some point, I guess. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Joe De Los Santos will lead it off for Strasburg, and he will take in on the hands for a ball, 1-0. De Los Santos, Jenkins, and Smith due up for Strasburg here in the home half of the 6th inning. As Edwin Melendez, the righty, still on the mound, taking low, 2-0. Make sure you're with us in the 7th for baseball history on this day in baseball history, June 11th. Good hitters count here. He's going to let it rip. No, he's not. 2-0 is a strike, 2-1. 6-0 Strasburg here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kyle Gutschall with you from First Bank Park. 2-1. Swing, and he got under it. Popped up in the center. Shortstop out. He will camp under it and make the catch as Ujima makes the play for the first out. 1 up, 1 down in the 6th. Here's Luke Jenkins. Oh, pinch hitter. Dakota Miller is going to bat here in the 2 spot for Luke Jenkins.
Now batting Express, number 16, Dakota Miller.
Miller out of Charleston Southern University from Newport, Ohio, 6'2", righty, 215. So Luke Jenkins finishes the night 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch. That is in there for a strike. Not a lot of velocity here from Melendez. Probably low to mid 80s. 0-1. That's in the dirt. Oh, gonna say he went around. 0-2. The count to the pinch hitter Miller, and that's up high, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, and over the head of Dakota Miller. That is what you would call an extended chin music location. Two. Outside, good take on the breaking ball. Counts full 3-2. Full count to the 2-hitter Miller. Breaking ball hit the third. That is a fair ball down the line, and that's going to be trouble. Rounding first into second base and getting there safely. That'll be a double. So Dakota Miller comes off the bench and hits a double down the line. One thing about it, Strasburg's hits have not been that beautiful tonight, but they have located them perfectly. One out double for Strasburg. Here's Mitchell Smith. According to what's happened tonight, Smith is either going to get a single or he's going to get hit by a pitch. He's been hit twice tonight. He's picked up a single. He takes a strike, 0-1. Smith, the first baseman. Swing and a line drive. There's that base hit in the left field. Coming around third, on his way home and scoring from second is Dakota Miller. RBI single for Mitchell Smith, and Strasburg has it going on offense tonight. It's 7-0.
DH number 1, Victor Castillo.
So Mitchell Smith looking good tonight, as are a lot of guys in this lineup. 7-0. Here's Victor Castillo. He's looked good as well. His last 2 ABs, 2 doubles into the gap. Here comes the first pitch. Castillo fouls it back. And 1 the count to Castillo. Trying to find the gap for the 3rd straight inning. The pitch. And he hits it down the left field line, and that's going to be another extra base hit. No, Castillo going to hold up at first. Don't know if he's banged up. As he picks up the single. Mitchell Smith into third base on the single.
First base number 5, Cade Parker.
That's the second time this year where we've seen Castillo have to kind of slow it down. Looks like he might be having an issue with his body.
The right fielder number 13, Jacob Friend.
So Cade Parker is going to run for Castillo, and that could potentially be an issue for Strasburg as far as losing Castillo. He's got 3 hits in 3 straight innings, but he's been pulled out of the game. So first and third, 1 out for Jacob Friend, who takes a strike. And 1 the count. Throw over to first. Parker nearly picked off at first. So a pop out to start the inning, then a double, an RBI single, and a single. Parker, the pinch runner at first for Victor Castillo. Smith is at third. Runner goes. The pitch is outside, and Cade Parker takes second base. Stolen base for him. And runners now at second and third for the Express with one out here in the sixth. Strasburg with 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and 1 so far here in the sixth. 1-1, corners playing in, and that is hit hard but foul into the netting. It's 1-2. Jacob Friend struck out in the second, 2 RBI double and a run scored in the fourth. Hit by pitch and a run scored last inning in the fifth. So Smith, Castillo, and Friend hitting for the third consecutive inning. 1-2. Swing and a blooper in the center field. That's going to be another base hit. One will score, sending another coming home. Parker is going to be out at the plate. Nice throw from center field as Cade Parker is gunned out. Run does score. It's 8-0, and Friend is in the second base. High throw, but tag was made.
Third baseman, number 17, Michael O'Shaughnessy.
So credit Friend with an RBI single. And he got the second. May as well send him there at that point, and it just didn't work out for Strasburg, but they do get the run. And they now have 12 hits on the night. We have a pitching change from Strasburg. We'll be back after this.
Michael O'Shaughnessy.
So the inning continues. Pitching change again for the Generals. It's Thomas Putman. He'll take over for Edwin Melendez, who went an inning and a third. 6 hits, no walks, no strikeouts, and we can't finish his line yet, but to this point he's allowed 3 runs, all 3 earned. Putman will take over here with a runner at second and 2 outs. Friends at second. O'Shaughnessy's the batter. O'Shaughnessy's 0 for 3 tonight with an RBI. Strasburg up 8-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Putman from the stretch, he deals, and a slow breaking ball. After all those warm-up pitches, he was firing in fastballs. He goes with the slow stuff there, and it's 0-1. Putman 3 1/3 innings pitched this summer, 3 strikeouts and a 5.41 ERA. O'Shaughnessy now 2 for 15 on the summer at the plate. Runner goes, the pitch, and stealing third and almost going all the way to the dugout to take a seat is Friend, who didn't slide, kept his legs moving, and the count is 1-1. The pitch. O'Shaughnessy swings and misses, 1-2. Strasburg with 3 runs in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and 2 here in the 6th. They could have had 3, but they had a runner thrown out at the plate. That was the pinch runner, Cade Parker, came in for Victor Castillo. 1-2, O'Shaughnessy awaits the pitch from Putman. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And that'll do it in the 6th, but Strasburg adds 2 more to their lead. They now lead at 8-0, and I think we're going to have a pitching change. We'll update you on the new hurler after this. Express lead at 8-0.
Waynesboro's number 37, Parker Stroh.
We go to the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher, it's Tristan Wynn, as he will come in for the Express, relieving Braxton Shelton, who had a heck of a start tonight, a quality start. 6 innings, 7 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And the lefty Wynn will take over here in an 8-0 game. The first pitch is inside, 1-0. He's facing 4, 5, 6, Stroh, Shelley, and Parks for the Generals. 1-0. That misses. Wynn 2 2/3 this summer, no strikeouts and a 6.74 ERA. He is out of Georgia State University from Gainesville, Georgia. 5'10" lefty. That misses. 3-0. He's had some control issues in his first outing or so. 3-0 the count. The pitch. Stroh takes for a ball. 4 pitches and a walk. Here comes Sean Shelley, the right fielder.
Sean Shelley.
Well, you can't turn a double play if you don't have a guy on first, so. Strasburg with 4 already. Shelley a strikeout and a single tonight. It's time for history on this day in baseball history. June 11th. As Wynn deals, and it's a ground ball to first, but it's through the hole into right. Runners hold up. It'll be first and second and nobody out. Second hit for Shelley tonight. And looking at the line score, Waynesboro now with 8 hits, no runs, 8 hits, no errors. Strasburg 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Correction, Strasburg with 13 hits. Here's Brandon Parks. He takes down low. First history note coming from 1906, June 11th, 1906. Pitch, swing and a miss. Today in 1906, at Boston, the Boston Nationals' David Brain makes a Major League record 5 errors at third base, and his teammates make another 6 to help the Cardinals post an 8-1 win. The 11 errors timed the National League record by the Cardinals in 1902, as that pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to Brandon Parks, a single in the second, 4-6-3 double play in the fifth. The lefty Wynn deals. Breaking ball hit the first. Going to second for 1. Back to first. Not at the bag. So they get the out at second. They were trying to go for double play number 5. They do get an out on the play. Stroh to third. And Parks reaches on the fielder's choice. Here's Vince Sabatino. He into a 6-4-3 double play in the second. Grounded out to third in the fifth. So the Generals with a chance to get on the board here. First and third, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Runner going. The throw is in time, and he is out. Caught stealing. Generals try to steal down 8-0, get thrown out at second base. Don't know what they were doing there, but that is, I guess they didn't expect Vaughn to throw down. Caught stealing 2-6, and there are 2 outs. So 2 outs now for Sabatino, and the count is 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a liner down the right field line. It's foul, and it's 0-2. Today in 1935, despite a hostile hometown crowd, Dizzy Dean tosses a no-hitter as the Cubs as the Cardinals win it 13-2. 0-2. Swinging a chopper to short, fielding, throwing, and getting him at first, and somehow, again, the Generals do not score. First and third, 1 out. They get caught stealing and then ground out to short, and that'll do it in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch our legs. We go to the home half of the 7th inning. Strasburg 8, Generals nothing. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7, 8, 9, Vaughn, LaSala, and Pfeiffer. Logan Vaughn having a nice night. Last 2 ABs, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. The righty Putman still in the mound, came in last half inning, got an out. The pitch to Vaughn is in the dirt. Get some more history for you. Next one is from 1954. 1-0 to the catcher, Vaughn. That is in there. Today in 1954, the Tigers hit 6 home runs in a game against the Athletics, winning it 16-5 to get them back to 500. Both third baseman Ray Boone and teammate Al Kaline hit grand slams. For Kaline, it was just one of the 3 grand slams he ever hit in his career. 1-1. Swinging a hard hit grounder past the first baseman. Logan Vaughn continues to swing a hot bat all the way to the wall. He will have a double. His 3rd hit of the night, 3rd consecutive hit. Give that young man some credit. Hitting that ball hard.
Anthony LaSala.
So here's Anthony LaSala. LaSala, the winning run here in the 7th inning. Strasburg up 8-0 after 7. The Valley League has the rule intact where if you're up by 10, it's over. So LaSala, who is 3 for 3 with 2 singles, a double, and an RBI, will bat here with a man at second base. And he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. That is hit number 14 for Strasburg. In the dirt, 1-1. One to the 8-hitter LaSala. And that hits him. The winning run now at first base here in the 7th. And here comes Wyatt Piper. How do you bunt here? Piper with first and second, nobody out. Today in 1981, the White Sox defeated the Yankees 3-2, handing pitcher Doug Bird his first loss in 3 years. The journeyman right-hander had won 12 consecutive decisions. First and second, nobody out for Piper from James Madison University. And he pops one up foul and out of play, 0-1.
Please return that foul ball to the train station and change.
Today in 1995, Mark McGwire hits 3 home runs in consecutive at-bats and ties the Major League record of 5 home runs in consecutive games, leading the Oakland A's to an 8-1 victory over the Boston Red Sox. Today in 1995. Count is 0-1. That's inside, almost hits him. 1-1 to the switch hitting Wyatt Piper. That is a strike as the catcher popped up way too early. Nearly. He's fortunate he still got the strike call, really. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball foul in the Waynesboro dugout. They got a piece of a couple of guys. Today in 1995, Lee Smith sets a Major League record with a save in his 16th consecutive appearance, pitching a scoreless 9th inning to preserve the Angels' 5-4 victory over the Orioles. Lee Smith breaks the mark of 15 straight set by Doug Jones in 1988. 1-2 again from Putman to Piper. Swing and a high fly, center field. Brown is under it. He will make the catch, tagging to third. They're going to double tag, throw to third, not in time. What an incredible throw from the center fielder, Brown. He has a heck of an arm on him out there in center, nearly gunning down the man at third. Strasburg is able to double tag, and the winning run moves into scoring position on the deep flyout. What a throw that was.
50-50 ticket tonight. The winner's going to take home $70.
So here's Joe De Los Santos batting with men on second and third and 1 out. De Los Santos is due. He's 0 for 4. I mean, that was an incredible throw right on the money. Third baseman just put the tag down, and just too good a speed from the catcher, Vaughn. Strasburg a hit away from possibly winning this thing in mercy rule fashion. That misses outside 1-0. To De Los Santos. Swinging a ground ball to third. Runner is coming home. Now they got him in a rundown. So this is not going to bode well for Strasburg. Throw to third. He is out. So they get it out at the plate. Winning run back in the scoring position. It's still 8-0, and there are 2 outs. So Vaughn was going on contact. Waynesboro evidently wants to keep playing. They threw it home. So Vaughn is the second out. LaSalle to third. Good base running by De Los Santos to get the second. Here's Dakota Miller. So a big out there for the Generals. Second and third, 2 outs, bottom 7. Strasburg up 8-0. So now it's LaSalle at third, De Los Santos at second. The righty Putman sets and deals. That's up in the zone for a called strike, 0-1. Today in 2017, Max Scherzer of the Nationals records a 2,000th strikeout of his career, beating out Clayton Kershaw, who reached the milestone less than a week ago as the third fastest pitcher to that mark, 0-1. That's up and in. Today in 2022, Jared Walsh hits for the cycle and Mike Trout blasts a pair of home runs as the Angels defeat the first place Mets 11-6. 9th player in team history to hit for the cycle. Almost exactly 3 years after his teammate Shohei Ohtani did it. 1-1. That is up high, similar to pitch 1, but it's called a ball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball. He went after it, couldn't connect. And there are 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Waynesboro trying to get an out and extend this game. Strasburg trying to score 2 and win it. Generals looking like they might get out of this thing here. The pitch. Down low, 3-2. So the Generals looked like they were in big trouble and might lose this thing mercy rule this inning, but now they're looking good. And they get the strikeout on the outside corner. And we will continue on here from Strasburg. Strasburg gets second and third with 1 out and cannot score 2 to win it via the mercy rule. That means we'll continue on. 8-0 Strasburg. We go to the 8th. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Strasburg up 8-0. Tristan Wynn still on the mound. First pitch is way outside to Chaz Harvey, the catcher. This is only the third at-bat of the night for the 8-hitter Harvey. Pop out and a single. 1-0. Swing and a high fly into left, but right there to make the snag is the left fielder Miller for the first out. 1 up, 1 down. It's Angel Murray, the second baseman. Murray,
Baseman number 21, Angel Murray.
Murray's 2 for 2 out of the 9 spot tonight with 2 singles. And that misses. 1-0. And misses as well, 2-0.
Green trash cans scattered throughout the park. We appreciate it. Put your trash in there, please.
2 balls, no strikes, the pitch. And Wynn finds his own 2-1. Get a score update around the Valley League here in just a second. 2-1 pitch. That hit him. So Wynn hits the second baseman and the 9-hitter Murray. He's on for the 3rd time tonight. We've seen our fair share of hit by pitches tonight.
Number 6, Jason Brown.
Back to the top of the lineup, it's Jason Brown, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3. 2 pop outs to second and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 3rd. Purcellville leading Covington 6-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Charlottesville leading Front Royal 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch. That is up high. Winchester leading Woodstock 8-3 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Harrisonburg and Stanton tied at 0 in the 2nd. Culpeper leading Newmarket 1-0 in the 2nd. 1-0 count with Murray at first, and he takes just up high, 2-0. Tristan having to work from behind, never an easy task. That is in there for a strike, 2-1. Again, tomorrow's an off day around the Valley League, so nobody will be playing. Everyone will be back in action on Tuesday. And Strasburg get their 5th double play of the night, 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. We're about 2 hours and 5 minutes into tonight's game. We got started tonight at 6:07 here in Strasburg. Waynesboro at 4-4, Strasburg at 4-4. 2-2 to Jason Brown. The pitch is in the dirt, and Vaughn blocks it in front of him. Still full at 3-2. Barbara watching from Loudoun County, Virginia. Counts full. See if he steals. He doesn't. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Brown down on strikes for the 2nd out here in the 8th.
First baseman number 34, Alexander McCoy.
Comes Alexander McCoy. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a single in the 6th. And a hard grounder off the glove of the pitcher, Wynn, and Strasburg's not going to have a play. If he would have let that go, probably would have been a routine out. But Wynn gets the glove on the ball, and it's an infield single for Alexander McCoy.
For Julian Ujima.
Here's Julian Ujima, the shortstop. He'll bat with men on 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. Updated line score of this ball game. Strasburg 8 runs, 14 hits and no errors. Waynesboro no runs, 9 hits and no errors. Ujima facing the lefty Wynn. The pitch. That skips past the catcher, and it's a wild pitch. So McCoy and Murray both move up. And a ground ball foul off the Express dugout, 1-1. 1-1 is a ground ball to third. O'Shaughnessy scoops, he throws, and preserves the shutout. As we are through 7.5 here from Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Strasburg leading it 8-0. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Mitchell Smith will lead it off for the Express. He has 3 runs scored tonight. He's been hit by a pitch twice. He has singled twice. He has an RBI. And the new pitcher for Waynesboro is Matthew Shepard. Shepard out of Ferrum College from Virginia Beach, 5'10", righty, 165. He has 1 1/3, an inning and a third innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, and a 13.53 ERA. So if Smith continues to stay with the trend, he's either going to get hit or a single here. The 0-2, way outside, 1-2. Final line for the last arm for the Generals, Thomas Putman, an inning and a third, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Smith came into this game with 4 hits. He has 2 tonight alone. 1-2. Slow breaker, down low, 2-2. On deck is Cade Parker. No, it's not. Don't believe that's Cade Parker. 22. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Smith down on strikes for the first time tonight. Coming in to hit here for the Express is Chase Ingram, listed as a pitcher.
Now batting number 22, Chase Ingram.
So Chase Ingram will bat here with 1 out in the 8th inning. The righty facing the righty. The pitch. Fouls it back. 0-1. Side armor deals and nearly hits Ingram. He wasn't going to get out of the way either. He was going to take it for the team. 1-1. Outside corner. Couldn't hit it. 2-1. I'll say one thing tonight. Strasburg's 3, 4, 5 of the lineup. Absolutely money. 2-1 is in there for a strike, 2-2. You've got Mitchell Smith, who's 2 for 3 with 3 runs, a RBI. You had Castillo, 3 for 4 with 2 runs. And that is crushed in the right center by Ingram. Back and making the catch is the right fielder, Shelley. 2 outs here in the eighth, sorry. 2 up, 2 down, and here's Jacob Friend.
Jacob Friend.
And then Jacob Friend having a great night. 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Some guys have hit the ball hard when they needed to, and some guys have blooped it in when they needed to. It's all worked out for the Express since the 4th inning. The pitch from the side armor is fouled back. That pitch is right there. They're just out in front. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball into right field, a base hit. And Jacob Friend continues to swing it well here tonight. 2-out single for the Express. Brings up O'Shaughnessy, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 17, Michael O'Shaughnessy.
So looking through the lineup, the leadoff spot has no hits for Strasburg. O'Shaughnessy doesn't have any hits for Strasburg in the 9 spot. It's only 3 guys, lineup spot-wise, don't have a hit. Good time for O'Shaughnessy to hit one out of here and send us home. He takes a strike, 0-1. But as of right now, it's looking like we may play another inning. A throw over.
Our bad girl tonight.
And Friend is back in there safely.
Well, she's been working hard all night. Thank you, Daisy.
And a strike. It is 0-2 to Logan O'Shaughnessy. Sorry, I mixed 2 names together there. It is 0-2 to Michael O'Shaughnessy. Logan Vaughn on deck, who's having a heck of a night, 3 for 4. 0-2, runner goes. It is a blooper into right center. First hit of the night for Michael O'Shaughnessy. Runner being sent home. Now they're going to hold him. And it's first and third, 2 outs here in the 8th for Strasburg. First hit of the night for Michael, and that is hit number 16 for Strasburg.
20, Logan Vaughn.
Logan Vaughn will come up 3 for 4, 2 singles, a double, a stolen base, and 2 RBIs. Shepard trying to get through this inning and send it to the 9th, give his team a chance to score some runs. That's down and out, 1-0. One the count. And a fly ball down the left field line. That is going to drop for a fair ball. 1 coming in to score. The winning run is coming home. The throw to the plate, there is no throw, and the ball game is over. The Strasburg Express have won the ball game on the mercy rule. Logan Vaughn have himself a night as he walks it off with a 2 RBI double. As O'Shaughnessy and Friend come home to score, and Strasburg wins it tonight via the mercy rule, 10-0. In a performance that Strasburg is going to want to duplicate in the coming days and weeks. What a performance tonight from Strasburg, just flat out domination as they win it tonight by a final score of 10-0. In a game that lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes, the Express have upped their record to 5-4 on the year. Braxton Shelton gets the win for Strasburg, going 6 clean innings. Never mind. And Nate Scott takes the loss. No save tonight as Wynn did not get the chance to go 3 innings. Strasburg wins it tonight by a final score of 10-0 in 8 innings and improve their season mark to 5-4. Here's the final line score in a game that Strasburg really crushed the baseball. Strasburg 10 runs on 17 hits and no errors. Waynesboro no runs on 9 hits and no errors. Strasburg was dominated at the plate by Mitchell Smith, as Smith went 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Jacob Friend 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Victor Castillo 3 for 4, 3 hits, 2 runs scored. And then how about the catcher out of the 7 spot, Logan Vaughn, 4 for 5, 4 RBIs, 2 extra base hits. And I can't forget Anthony LaSala out of the 8 spot. He was 3 for 3 with an RBI. So Strasburg, they just flat out hit the cover off the baseball tonight en route to their 5th win of the year. Again, tomorrow night, all teams will be off. It's an off night. Tuesday, Strasburg will be at Charlottesville at 7 o'clock. And Waynesboro will be home against the Harrisonburg Turks. We will not be back here again until Thursday night against Covington, as the Express will host the Lumberjacks on the 15th of June. That is a Thursday. Again, an exciting win for Strasburg, utter domination, as they win it in 8 innings by a final score of 10-0. Braxton Shelton gets the win on the mound. The loss goes to Waynesboro's Nate Scott. It's a pleasure. It has been a pleasure being with you here tonight from Strasburg. The Express win it by a final score of 10-0. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2023 Strasburg Express in the Valley Baseball League.